Well, Jerry, the mark of your teams has always been they're ready to play, and tonight they certainly came out ready to play. Theo Denlinger put on a clinic in those first couple quarters and a half there, and it looked like it was going to be smooth sailing for the Cubans.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with our defense all night long, to be very honest with you. This is a good basketball team, good Mineral Point basketball team, and they're a high-powered offense, and to hold them to 49 points, I was very pleased with that. They didn't break us, you know what I mean? But to give Point credit, we were up 10, and they came back and outscored us 10-1. Then it's a dogfight from there on in. It was 33-32, and then they finally took the lead, I think, with about 3 minutes to go in the game, and we tied it, and then they took it again, and then the last couple we had to foul, you know what I mean? But no, it was a great high school basketball game. I was looking up as a measuring stick to see how well we measured up, because this is a tough place to come into, and this is a well-coached team and a good basketball team, and there were two good basketball teams out here tonight, and Mineral Point won.
You own the boards in the early going, and just your overall intensity was so much greater than Mineral Point. In a good game, sometimes what you do inspires the other team to match it. And I wasn't sure that Mineral Point was going to have the time to do that, but they did.
They did.
And you got to tip your hats to what Dan Burrison was able to get out of his kids.
Yeah, no, I agree. One of the best basketball coaches in the state, without a doubt. And this is, we circle the calendar when they come back down to Cuba. You know what I mean? This is worth the price of admission. I think they paid $3 to get in here tonight, and so people got a good pre-Christmas game.
What does one of your Badger tickets cost, Jerry? Because this topped that, at least against Nichols State. But I hope Bo's not listening.
No, right.
But you're right. I mean, it had that tournament-like feel with both communities. You had some of the older brothers. Your alumni were I saw Corey Vossen and Trent Denlinger and a bunch of others that were here, and the kids had to respond to that. And you're only 3 games into your season, or
this was our 4th game. Our third game. Third game. Yeah.
And for your kids to come out like that, like I mentioned on the walk up here, you never know who's going to come out of nowhere. Chris Moore tonight in the middle 2 quarters was huge, and Drew Zimmerman gave you quality minutes off the bench. And in a game like this where you're going to X and O to take away the stars, you need play like that.
Oh yeah, you really do. I like my basketball team. I'll be honest with you. I do like my basketball team. I felt that we didn't see the best Zach Gaines tonight. He's a really, really good player, and he struggled a little bit tonight. And we had 18 turnovers, and you can't turn the ball over 18 times. They were 15 out of 17 from the free throw line. We were 10 for 17 from the free throw line. So those are 2 big stats that I'm sure we out-rebounded them. But those are 2 big stats, and as I said before, it's a measuring stick, and I think both teams measured up quite well, and I'm congratulated Dan afterwards and said, hey, great game, and I think both teams will probably do pretty well as the season goes on.
How did we get the Mineral Point and Cuba in the same regional, though, Jerry?
Boy, don't get me going on that.
I don't want to push any wrong buttons here.
Oh man, I think probably in our regional we will have the number 1, number 2, and number 3 team. Darlington's a really good basketball team, and in the other division, and Rob, what really bothers me is let's do what football does. Let's do if there's 12 teams in the region, in your sectional, half sectional, we'll seed 6 of them then.
Right.
And then you say a seeded team, the non-seeded teams, you play the ones closest to you.
Sure.
And that takes the travel thing out of it, because that's their excuse, is that we're doing it for travel.
Right.
Well, let's do something for basketball, and let's not fool around. Why even seed if you're doing that?
No.
This is a conference tournament. This is a conference tournament, so that game at Cuba is going to be huge, because who wins that? We liable to be coming back up here twice this year. You know what I mean?
That's right, because that regional final would be at the
higher seed. That's exactly right. So it's extremely important. So as I said before, now I got you worked up for the bus ride home. Jerry, I apologize. Hey, Merry Christmas to you.
And before we let you go, John Lester's in the fold.
Yes. And
so you've got plans for next October, right?
Yes. I think you know, being I was a Bear fan too, I have to admit, but my God, we haven't had much to cheer about there. But man, the Cubs, I think this could be the year, Rob. I really do.
Could be the year. We'll end with that.